I don't know how long it's going to take you to get this, James. Ships are running a little slow this time. Everybody's out looking elsewhere, but we found it. There's a whole lot of it. It was kind of buried, and it took a while to dig it out, but there's cities full of these ruins. They stretch for miles. I don't know what they are, but they're definitely not human, and you need to get out here yesterday. As soon as you get this, you need to charter a flight, man. We need your help out here. There's just too much of it. Hopefully we can uncover most of it before anyone else shows up, but each day it gets harder and harder to keep people away from this damn thing. It's just so huge, so get out here, man. Hurry.
Hey guys, Space Marine 658 here, and I'm here to bring you our next episode in our Aurora Let's Play. Last time we left off, we had just done some setting up of a harvester on Jupiter and started sort of processing the fuel, moving it back and forth. And we've also started moving some automated mines to a planet. So we were trying to get Sigma Draconis and trying to get some mining up and running there because there was a decent amount of corundum as well as some other minerals that were handy to have. As well as on Asteroid 17 here, we were going to put some stuff here. But yeah, so with that, we did some stuff with Venus. We've still got terraforming going. It's a bit slow, but it'll get done here eventually. We are building some more terraforming ships to send out there, and we'll probably continue expanding this fleet as we go. I did some stuff off screen, so nothing too crazy, just setting up some stuff. No unpaused play. I just added some financial centers here because we are starting to go a little bit negative. Nothing too bad yet, but it wouldn't hurt to start building up a bit more of an economy to handle, because I think right now we're buying from everyone who is producing because of just how low we're on minerals, and so this is our way of just kind of making sure we can afford to keep doing that. Some of these are pretty expensive, like this one's $1,750 because they are producing so much with the 7 mining facilities. Well, yeah, because it's based on their total production. Because I believe they've got a few different places they've got stuff stored. But yeah. So with that, I also went in, where was it? And so I also went in and started making some more Los Angeles, named, of course, after our newest Discord members, Zizor, Ordan, and Luke. So they're currently being produced. They'll get done here about mid next year, same time as the Callisto. So we'll be able to send those out because we want to speed up our exploration a bit. But yeah, so with that, there was no episode on Monday for anyone curious because it was my birthday. If you're in Discord, you would have seen that, but anyone else who isn't, that's what was going on. I'm trying not to take a break anymore, just trying to upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but with something like that, I was a little more focused on what I was doing, but yeah. Alright. But with that, I believe that is everything I have done. It was just a couple of those, producing some of that. Just get into the actual meat of this. I think I'm going to move some construction factories to Mars, because I was actually thinking about producing some stuff here. Because we do have a decent number of available workers. It would be nice to be able to make some financial centers here. Don't know if we can, though, because let's see. I don't know if we have necessarily the minerals necessary to produce it here, so it may not be necessarily the best idea. It's always one of those things that I struggle with in Aurora is decentralizing. I think it's easiest when you've got a really good system that has all the minerals you need, because then you just leave them there instead of sending them to Earth. But alright, so yeah, so we're sending out our tankers, and they're picking up fuel from the Deviant. So let's tick forward, I guess. Yeah, it's going to keep saying we have thorium fuel production low, but I mean, we've got plenty of fuel, so I'm not too worried about this. And then, yeah, just one of the asteroids right now. Duranium. Some more civilian stuff. Research completed into maximum shield generator size. Okay. Oh, so there we go. So that mining complex actually disbanded because they completely drained it of all minerals. So, alright, let's go to, so what was that? Shield generator size. Let's go to, how expensive would it be to try and get this? Let's go with you. Turret tracking. 96. That's 10 years. Yeah, that's a bit too expensive, even with the room for growth. Let's cancel that, and then let's see. Logistics. Nothing too important yet. Ooh, the next level of railgun. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but actually, let's go to sensors and control. Yeah. So this looks like it never got complete because the person probably passed away. Yeah, we'll go for you, Victoria Johnson or Johnston. And then grab these, add to queue, and then add to queue. Just a few of these lighter ones. All right. We used the last 5 on. See what would be useful. Kind of want something to help us with our exploration, which makes me think power and propulsion, but don't know if that's necessarily going to speed anything up. But I guess so. Let's go with our best person. So you. What you think? Akatar, isn't that the name of one of our shipyards? I think it is. I could be wrong though. It might be something similar. Alright, so you don't have a lot, but let's go for the next level of fusion drive. Internal confinement. And we'll set you to take the new ones because that's going to take way too long, but once we actually get people on it, this should speed up quite a bit. Alright. So let's take a look at this because I'm curious. I know it has no pairing, but yeah, so Akatar. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They share the same name. Let's see. So those will be expanded. Is there anything we want to do with any of these? I might add on here passenger encounter. I might tell it to add slipways. No, we don't want to cancel anything. All right, so that way it'll we can build more of those at once. Yeah, we're gonna keep getting that pop up until our our tankers get some of that stuff drained out. Let's see, yeah. So it says 91%, but it should be draining quicker than it can refill. So let's see. I think we can hit this, yeah. There we go. Hey, there we go. Okay. So we have completed the Callisto, our first ever battleship, and we've also completed some more terraformers. So let's grab the Callisto. And we are going to send you over to our oh, did I not drag it to the right place? Oh, yeah, because I need to detach and then move it over here because then it's in the training fleet. Yeah, because technically these are groupings of ships, so technically these are a fleet themselves. They're just under a command fleet. I'll probably combine these two at some point, but I want to take this ship. Well, I can't train these other ones because they're at max training. So what I might do, okay, so this, instead of this being the main training fleet, this is going to be the combat fleet. So this will be the first what do I want to call this? The first Terran battle fleet. Oops. There we go. And we will create a new admin under this guy and call this first training fleet. Because I know I could just switch that specific fleet over to a training fleet, but I think it makes more sense to have it be a separate fleet. Plus, this way I can train specific ships that I want to be trained rather than training the ones that are already at full training. So there we go. So now this should send them out to do some training. Alright, some more survey stuff done. Okay, so the red cup has actually completed all of its stuff. So let's see. Yeah, we still got plenty of places to survey. Any of them? Okay, none of them are by themselves, so we'll just send them to the nearest place. Let's see, red cup. Oh, and I need to send my shipyard passenger encounters. Detach, detach, detach. And I move these over to Terraformer fleet. Oh yeah, well, I think what I have to do is tell it to go join the Terraformer fleet. Terraformer join fleet. Terraformer join fleet. There we go. So they'll all combine in. Oh yeah, and then the red cup. Alright. So you don't have any empty, but your nearest are Sirius and YZ SETI. So that's this. So it just got started, so yeah, we'll send you there. And help scout out that. There we go. So those have all joined up on the Terraformer fleet. Let's take a look at Venus. Just kind of see where we're at so far. Yeah, so it's still got a bit of ways to go, so we'll let them crunch away at that. New jump point in L145. And then just some more Sorium stuff. There we go. Production of deep space tracking stuff is complete, and then we finished researching the capacitor charge. And then all three of our survey ships are now complete. Alright. So, let me check. What is the Yormad at? Because I keep still getting that pop up. Okay. So it's at 90%. So it's slowly dipping down. It's just taking a little bit because as it's dipping down, it's producing fuel. So that's all right. It'll eventually get below 90. In fact, I might take the tankers and tell them to not have a delay. Just remove all. Just go straight there until they get it drained clean of fuel. There we go. So refuel from, or no, refuel from refueling hub, go back to Earth, and transfer fuel to colony. You just have that cycle. Happen much faster that way, and then we'll grab these other survey ships. Detach, detach, and detach. And we'll put them up here. Alright, so the Luke, you are, let's take a look again. So we're going to send one, since we got these jump points up here, I'm going to send some through here. Looks like Alpha Centauri has 2, so possibly we have ones that aren't explored. So let's start with Luke and say auto route to L415A. Go through this unexplored jump point. Or Dan. You are also going to go to L415A and go through the second unexplored jump point. Make sure you get 2 different ones, and then we're going to grab the Azor. You're going to auto route to Alpha Centauri and go through jump point 3. There we go. So actually, while I'm thinking about it, since the Red Cup is just serving the same place as that other guys, I'm going to actually send them to Alpha Centauri and jump them through an unexplored jump point. That probably makes a bit more sense since we're trying to get some of this stuff done. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, that's going to keep saying that. Inactive research facilities. Okay. So let's just throw some of these guys on some of these other ones. See, add a few here. Got no room here. Man, these are all full. Yeah, we'll add Darcy on here. Alright. And then, let's see. While that's going on, I want to make sure that we can get these guys going. So let's create... I don't think we're going to create any more, because I think we're kind of too many more and we'd start to run into issues where we've got too many explorer ships not actually having new systems to explore. I don't want to go too crazy on it. So let's actually, so one of the things I built those deep space tracking for was to kind of spread them out. So what I'll do is, now our transfer fleet's actually pretty close to home, because I think they probably moved enough of these automated mines. Let me take a look actually. So we're moving them to Sigma Draconis. Yeah, we got 46 so far. That's nothing crazy, but that's enough that it'll start pumping away at these. Because the big reason we put them here is because they're such high amounts and decent accessibility for these two at least. The other ones are kind of okay, but Correndium is one of the ones we were a little low on. So it definitely will start to get some decent amount of stockpile going. So let's grab our transfer fleet, remove all, go to Earth, refuel, resupply, and then we're going to take them and we're going to go to load installation, deep space tracking. I don't know how many they're going to pick up, so we'll do these two first. We'll give them like a couple of days. Go to new connection to the known system of Sol. Uh-oh. The Red Cup did? That's not a good sign. You don't want more connections to Sol. As fun as they can be, that means these two are connected. Oof. How are we going to rearrange this? Okay. So I want this over by Sol because this is going to be important to us. So let's see, how can we rearrange these? This might take me a second. Depending on how long this takes me, I might fast forward this a bit, just because I know it may not be the most interesting content. known to man. Let's get these a bit more rearranged. Alright, there we go. It shouldn't have taken too long, so it might be just like a short little jump forward. But yeah, so this is sort of the setup we're going to have now. This looks a little bit nicer than it was going to before. So it looks like with this now, we've got this new connection to Alpha Centauri, which is kind of nice because then anything out here that we find that we want to have in our reach shouldn't be too far away. It just sucks because it means that Sol is definitely going to have a lot of connections off of it. I just hope not too many more because that could be bad. But yeah. So, there we go. We'll let these guys keep surveying. Alright, we were waiting for our Sol transfer fleet to get back. Yeah, it's just 2 hours, so we'll skip forward. There we go. Unable to load. Oh, they might still have stuff on them. Red Cap unable to carry out its survey near survey location. Why not? Let's see. Did they complete the survey? It didn't say. They might have. Alpha Centauri, let's see. Okay, yeah, it says it's 100% complete. So, let's grab them then. Oh, that's right. They jumped through the wormhole to go back to Earth. I'm dumb. No wonder. Go through, and then we'll go through this unexplored jump point. Alright, yes. So why can't the Sol transfer fleet, let me make sure, do you got anything on you? Yeah, they got automated mines still, so okay. So go to Earth, remove all, unload all installations. There we go. Shouldn't take any time, like before 5 minutes. Oh, of course, it just keeps ticking away. I forgot I had the green on. Alright. Oh, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit, so let's skip forward today. Sweet. Has cycle order. Okay, yeah, no. That's just because we have cycle order on. That's fine. Alright, so you're going to go to Earth, load installation, load deep space tracking. So let's jump forward a day, see how many they were able to load. Oops, wrong button. Transport items, 8. Okay. So let's see. If we want to move 100 of these out, so the best place to put them, since we're putting stuff in Sigma-Draconis, is probably there at least. So that's one sort of choke point beyond, because anything beyond here is going to be probably a little too far out of our reach. So we'll probably set up 100 here, and then probably 100 in Sirius. And then maybe 100 in Luton, because I think we've got some stuff here in Luton. Actually, no, it's Leland. We'll set up 100 in Proxima, since it's pretty empty. If we can't say anything here, because there's not actually a body to set stuff on, then we'll probably go to Luton. Even though we don't have any actual stuff there, I don't think. Let's see. Luton. Yeah, so we've got a place we want to put stuff down, but we don't actually have anything there yet. But honestly, that might not be a bad idea, since I don't think you can set anything down anywhere that there's not actually any bodies yet, because these are only jump points. So, what do we want to go to first? Probably Sigma, since we actually have stuff there. And then probably Luton next, since that's closer to Sol, and then Sirius after that. So, alright. So let's take these guys, and we are going to autoroute to Sigma-Draconis. I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. We want it on the main system. That way we can detect anything. And then we are going to unload all installations. Autoroute back to Sol. Earth. Load installation. Deep space tracking. Okay, so that'll do 8. And so 8 followed by, it'll pick up the next set. Doing some math. So 100 by 8. So we gotta do 12 and a half times. And this is 1, so do 11 more pre-orders, and then on the last one, when you load, so remove last. So when they come to Earth to load installation, guess what? We've got 8, 16. Yeah, so this should be correct. When you go to Earth to load installation, only do half of a trip. So instead of the normal 8, do 4. Deep space tracking stations. And then autoroute Sigma. And then unload all installations. There we go. So that should be good. Yeah. We'll just keep an eye on it and make sure it moves the correct amount. Alright, let's skip forward 30 days. There we go. New system. So Galees 445. There is almost nothing here. There's 2 planets. But okay. Lucas completed orders. So yes, the new ships need the order set up. Survey nearest body, survey nearest survey location, fuel, supply, refuel, resupply. Alright. And then yeah, there's not a way to copy this. Damn it. And then dinosaur survey. Alright, there we go. So now they should get started on their stuff. Yep. So gravitational survey completed. So the Gunther is done. Getting a little light on fuel, buddy. There's unexplored though, so we'll jump through. He's still got enough that he'll take himself back to Earth and handle that. Alright. Jump forward. There we go. Sizer has discovered this system, which, okay, this has got a bit more. There's a bit more happening. There's a inner system and then an outer system, so it's a binary star system. Cool. Alright, there we go. This one was also, so the HH Andromedae system. This one's also relatively busy, but nothing too crazy. So jump back to Sol. We'll start jumping forward. Alright. So let's see. How is the tanker doing? Yeah, so it's going to take a while to drain the fuel back from this 85% as it builds up. So, alright. Oh, I must have forgot to set sign new. So we'll say add research lab there, and guess that's the only one. Yes, this one is full. So yeah, we'll sign new here. New jump points discovered. New slipway. Okay, that's on the I believe that is the passenger encounter, yes, which we need to build more of these guys because we want them sent over to help out. So we'll say send them to the shipyard fleet. I wish I could set that as default. And just create more of these. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Venus is working down. Let's see. Yeah, so as you can see, the population cap has gone up a decent amount. Because I believe it used to be about 40 million, so now it's at 47, and we'll slowly keep going up. Part of that is the environment changing. Part of that is the civilians have actually started moving infrastructure there themselves. So alright, so moving forward. Turn and transport. New shipping lanes been established. Baxter carrier lines. Okay. Here we go. Ancient construct. Ground survey potential. There we go. Galees 526. The first time we've actually discovered possible alien life. Usually these ground constructs, I'm not too familiar with them, but sometimes they're just empty and you can get like research bonuses and such. Now let's go. Retrograde Vector, you are in Galees 526. Yeah, I guess I should have known that from the name there. 526. So sometimes they're just as simple as something that gives you research bonus by having people there. Sometimes it's as complex as actual like Promethean stuff. Now with how complex the system is, I'm inclined to think that this might actually be Promethean. There's just a lot going on where they could be stationed all around and we just haven't detected them yet. So with that, I'm going to actually send our troops there. So let's grab our transport fleet. Let's go to Earth, load ground unit, Xeno Geo team. Alright, time to start exploring. Let's auto route to that system. Oh crap. ship doesn't have a jump drive, does it? Hold on, let me see. It might, and this system doesn't show up. Or is it because it doesn't have a jump drive? Oh, something's wrong here. Oh, new systems showed up on top of each other. Okay. So you go here. You go here. There we go. Alright. So it is the this Galease 526, which I must be blind as a damn bat. There it is. Okay. So we'll go Proxima Luton. Okay, yeah, it might be that we can't get there. Okay, no, it says it can get there. It might just be that I was not looking closely enough, but, well, no, because that says I can't auto-route. So yeah, I'm thinking this does not have a jump. Ooh. Okay, so we'll remove all. If they are Prometheans, they can't, I don't believe they will go through jump gates anyways. Let's look at our transport ships real quick. Troop transport, the Seraph. Wide view. Okay, yeah, they don't have jump, which we might update this design just so that way we have newer troop transports with the newer engines, but one thing at a time. So let's start with grabbing our Reliator. You are going to jump to Proxima Standard Transit, and then go to Luton and say stabilize jump point. Once you complete that, Standard Transit, jump point, stabilize to Galease, and then Standard Transit, and then from Galease to Luton, stabilize, Standard Transit from Galease to Proxima, stabilize. There we go, and then auto route you back to Sol, and refuel, resupply. Okay. So it says it's going to take 81 days. Now, that does not take into account the extra time it takes to stabilize. So we'll give that some time. While that's taking its time, we're actually going to design a new ship for the troop transport, the Zareth Mark II. Copy class, and we'll just rename Zareth Gen 2. Even if it ends up, we have to completely scrap the ship and build a new one, I don't care. It's still going to be Gen 2 to me because that's just the newer generation. So yeah, let's remove all these engines. These are all obsolete anyways. Alright. And then thermal sensors, I'm not too worried about. Honestly, these are just basic sensors. We might swap them out for the newer ones, but it's one of those things I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. Yeah. So these are obsolete, so obsolete that component, and then remove these and just give it 2 of the newer sensors. I don't care to like actually make it sensors because it's just a troop transport. And then right now we've got the troop transport base standard. Do we want to add more like boarding and drop bays? I think it fits sort of RP wise because this is a troop transport. So yeah, we'll add a boarding bay and a drop bay standard. Oh. Well, okay. I didn't know you can't add different types, so I guess just a standard bay then. So let's see then. Okay, so now we need to design a new engine, just a regular old engine. Magnetic confinement is the newest, right? Yeah. We're not too worried about engine power, so we can drop it a lot to get some good fuel consumption. And then up the engine size. So let's go up to 20. That's a little too slow, so maybe we'll up the engine power just a little bit. Say up to 40%. Yeah, 200 is a pretty decent engine power, right? So these are, what are these? 1K and then 687. Yeah. And this one we're not worried about necessarily speed. This is just a transport. Most time it's just going to be moving stuff around anyways. So this is a military magnetic fusion drive, which is something I forgot to put to the beginning of the other the Kroger Power Industries, but I know that it's a military drive. So engine power of 200, fuel per hour 4.29, which is pretty good. It weighs 1k tons. And this was produced by, let's grab another Discord member. So this is Bloodmane. Let's see what we call that. Bloodmane Engine Technologies. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, all looks good. So we shall instant. And then we need to create jump drives. So go here. Now, good thing is we have pretty high jump drive efficiency. What this, I don't know if anyone knows this, but what this means is you basically have to have this amount of your ship be jump drive. So it's 1 over this number. So 1/4 of your ship has to be 1/5, 1/6, 1/8, 1/10, 1/12. So the higher the efficiency, the smaller the engine has to be to jump a certain size ship. So since this is currently a almost 5,000 ton ship, which is pretty small, we're not jumping anything else with it. It's just jumping itself. That means that we don't necessarily have to have the biggest engine size, although it does need to be bigger than what it is currently. Let's get it up to. You also take account the size of the jump engine, so you combine that with the current ship size. So it's a 60. That would be okay. Yeah. So this should be able to jump this. Because it's the combined weight, it has to be able to move. So. So let's see, let's open up jump drive, make sure I name this correctly. So this is a military jump engine. It can carry a 5.1 kilotons, or K, I guess. Yeah, because it can jump 5.1 K. It weighs 0.425 kilotons and has a jump engine efficiency of 12 and is 102 hull size. There we go. I'm not to worry about the other two because it's just an empty one. Alright, and then let's see, we'll give this one a name as well. So this is the roasted pot. Stellar Engine Limited. There we go. So we will instant that as well. So let's go in back here and then refresh tech. Alright, so let's grab our roasted pot. Now I just realized that I'm an idiot and I did not include the engines before I did that. Now luckily it looks like it only needs one engine, right? Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't mind throwing on another engine just to guarantee it's fast enough and have some backup. Maintenance life is 2 years, which is fine. It's only going out when it's dropping people off. And this can actually go more than 2 years at full power. So I'm actually going to reduce the size of the fuel storage. Drop it down from very large to, say, let's see, what does a regular give us? Okay, it gets us just about a year's worth. So I want just enough that it can go max range on its lifetime. So instead of very large, we'll go with just regular large. Yeah, so that's still more than enough. That's over 3 times, but there's not really in between large and standard. So I guess I always throw on 2 standard, but let's see, what does that get us? Yeah, I mean, that gets us some 485. That's still only about a year. And at what point, let's see, what size is this? These are size 50 ton versus large are 250. So right now I got 100 ton. Yeah, so if I keep it below 250, so that's 150 ton, and that's just over 2 years, so that's perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna redesign the roasted pot engine. Let me copy, rename class. Oops, not class, component. There we go. So this is all gonna be different, but I'll grab this part. That way I can make sure to keep that. So we'll grab this obsolete component, design tech, jump engine. So let's grab this, and then we'll start bumping this up. So this has to be able to jump 5,767 plus itself. So let's see, 550 tons. This should fit, right? Because 550 will be 1, yeah. So in fact, I think we can go down a size, right? Or no, that might be a little too close. Okay, so yeah, so this is about right. So military jump engine. There is a 6.6K. Jump engine efficiency of 12. And a 132 full size. And it weighs 0.550 kilotons. There we go. Instant that guy, and then refresh tech. There we go. Alright. So that can jump this bad boy. So and it's actually got room for about 200. Not that we necessarily need anything in here. Yeah, because 2 years full time, 2 years maintenance life, carry 1,000 tons of troops. I mean, other than maybe slightly upping the armor rating, I don't think there's necessarily, yeah, and then we can't do that because it's, I mean, she's right at the limit, so. Oh, is there anything that doesn't weigh a lot? We could throw on more sensors. I don't know if that's necessarily handy. Maybe some point defense. Could always do some point defense. Where is our Gauss? PDC. How much does that weigh? 1,200. So yeah, that's too much. Single PDC gun, 300 tons, but that wouldn't be able. It's not on a turret. What are these? Oh, quad Gauss. So this is a turret. Yes, that's way too much. Yeah, and then these weigh a bunch, so they're not gonna fit. Alright, I guess That's probably about it. I don't think we can really fix. We got it'll be 200. Well, let's see if we can design a shield for it. I doubt it, but just real quick, just because I want to see. Oh, actually, can we do CWIS? How light can we make this where it'll still fit where it's the current size? So we're at 353. That's too big. Can we lower that lower size? Not by enough. Yeah, that does not affect size. Let's see, we drop this down. Nope, that doesn't affect it. What about this? It actually increases the size, which doesn't seem to make sense to me, but okay. Alright, so CWIS definitely isn't gonna fit. Let's go for smallest possible shields. So currently this is size 500 tons. So let's go down to 5, 250, 200 tons. So actually that would fit in, right? Because it's 6,600. Ooh, that's actually 31 tons over. So it wouldn't quite fit. We always put on less fuel storage though. You know, I'm kind of feeling it. We'll just call these troop transport shields because basically all they're going to be used for is the tiniest possible shield. So let's start with this. Refresh tech. Throw them on there. Of course, they're a little too big, but if we drop off one of the fuel storage, still 10 over. Oh my god, is that perfect? That's the exact size. It still puts us at 2 years maintenance life, 2 years deployment time. And it doesn't say we need a power system for the shield, because I know sometimes they need power. Yeah, it doesn't say that, so this should be good. I mean, I'm locking that design. I don't see any reason why that can't work, so that's perfect. So, with that being said, let's take a look at our shipyards. Oops, keep grabbing that. Every time I click on that because I think shipyards. Let's see. Our current Zarif is on this one. So yeah, plenty of room for expansion. So retool to the Zarif Gen 2. Set activity. And that should get done here pretty quick. Yeah, May 16th, so less than a month away. While that's going to town, let me try to think. There was something. Oh yes, I need to go in here and obsolete some of these older ship designs. So what I do is I come over here, obsolete. That one's good. Passenger counter, obsolete. These are all good. Gen 3, obsolete. The New York is the newer one, right? Or is it the San Francisco? Yes, so the San Francisco is the newer one, so we'll obsolete the New York. The old Black Wolf ship. We got the Gen 2s. Alright, there we go. So then we'll refresh tech and they should obsolete a bunch of these. Oh wait, yeah. No, we gotta do show, no show. There we go. Alright. There we go. We'll give that a few days. Tick it away. New jump point galleys. Alright, so our shipyard should be almost done. May 17th. So yeah. 5 more days. There we go. Some more ground survey potential. Alright, so let's take our shipyards. Go to the Zarif. Can we refit? No. So we can't refit from the old Zarif to the new Zarif. So we'll just have to construct a new Zareth Gen 2. Create task. Alright. So when will that get done? October of this year. Okay, so not too far away. So we'll let that tick away while we try to wait for the Reliator to get these completed. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I should probably go back to Sol. Another new jump point. Another new jump point. So Galeese 445's got a bunch of new jump points. Callisto has exceeded deployment time. Yes. So let's see. How trained are you? 6%. So yeah, you're gonna take a while. Go back to Earth. Refuel, resupply, begin overhaul. The training takes a while, so we're probably have to do this a couple of times while I let them train, but it's not too big of an issue. It's mostly just the technically I don't even have to do the overhaul because their maintenance isn't quite there yet. I'm just doing it to make sure they can keep training later. It's mostly the deployment time of the actual troops. There we go. So yeah, they'll get their shore leave done and all that. So in Aurora will not benefit from training, yeah, of course. And then completed a bunch of our new terraformers. So let's grab these guys. Can I just move them, or I think I'm gonna have to, yeah, manually detach, 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 and detach. Movement orders go to Venus, and oh, I guess I gotta. Not Venus. Go to Terraformer Fleet and join Fleet. And then do the same for these guys. Terraformer, join Fleet. Terraformer, join Fleet. Terraformer, join Fleet. The nice thing is, even though we're building a lot of these, once we finish Venus, Venus is probably one of the harder planets to terraform. So once we actually get this thing done, we can actually split up our fleet into multiple different fleets and send them out to different planets to actually terraform later on. So trying to think ahead a bit there. Alright. Yes, I know what terra. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna keep telling me that it's being its maintenance is changing. Oh, actually, do I have to actually tell it that it's no longer training to update admin? Okay, it's in overhaul right now, it says, but. There we go, Zareth Gen 2. Let's see, is this actually going down now? Okay, yeah, now it's going down. It wouldn't go down, I guess, because it was training, quote unquote. So let's grab the old Zareth. Grab the new one, throw it up here in the battle fleet. Throw it in here. It's the Gen 2, so we'll grab this one. Select name. Oh, wrong thing. Rename. And then copy this. And then paste it here, but we'll keep the Gen 2 part, so we'll Control V, so we don't need this. This is the Gen 2 first Z-node transport, and then we're going to take our shipyards and tear up the old one. It doesn't really matter where we go, just go to refit. Not refit, scrap the Zareth original. Great task. There we go. Oh, I don't know if it matters. Do they have the troops? Maybe they auto drop off the troops, because I don't see any troops on them. Yeah, I don't see them carrying any troops, so hopefully they dropped them off. They didn't just immediately just kill them in the vacuum by tearing apart the ship. So I'm gonna grab. Well, we'll wait for that to happen. Oh, here we go. The land is due to insufficient. Okay. So unrest is rising on the land due to insufficient military protection. Political stability now at 97%. So let's actually produce some troops here on Earth. Now that we actually need them for the first time. So we'll go here, ground unit training. We do have a regular brigade here. So we'll create task. How long is that going to take? It's going to take 6 months or so. Until then, can this ship new orders on Earth, load ground unit, regular brigade. We should be able to load this right because Earth, I mean, we're not worried about Earth actually like turning against us or anything. Auto route to low land. And then on the main colony, unload ground unit, regular brigade. We'll also activate shields while they're there. And then auto route back to Sol. Go to Earth, load ground unit, XCOM. And then let's see, Proxima Centauri, standard transit. And then from there is Luton. They want a standard transit, jump gate. Okay, there's not a jump gate there yet, but by the time they get there, that jump gate should be constructed because he's working on it. Yeah, because right now he's at the jump point stabilizing, I believe. So, did we build it too small? Crap. Well, since these are garrison units, so okay, let's grab the Zarif. Okay. How many? Yeah, 1,000 tons. Okay, that's why. Let's remove all. We're gonna quickly design a ground unit. Oops. It's been a while since I've done this. Turrets, ground forces. Here we go. Should we? Okay, so if we're gonna create a new unit, new formation template, we'll call this garrison unit. Template shorthand shall be gone. They're garrisons. So with that, we don't need anything crazy, just some basic battalions. So let's see. So yeah, we'll do some regular old ODST battalions. Let's add 10 of them. So that's size 60, so it's the total size. I think that's the total size, yeah. So, add a few of these. Yeah, about 100 of those, and then we'll add some supply trucks. Oh, that's a little lower. So let's take the supply trucks and go add them out, go down to 5. Yeah, that gets down below, and then we'll add, like a couple of scouts. And then Brigade HQ. Yeah, we'll add one Brigade HQ unit. And then what? One artillery unit. Nope, that's too far. So delete. Yes. Okay. Whew. I was worried I was gonna actually delete the artillery battalion. Okay. So yeah, that's good enough. We don't need to do the exact 1,000. Garrison unit seems good enough. So then let's produce one of those on Earth. Garrison unit training. Produce a garrison unit. Alright, there we go. And let's check our ship, make sure we're not transporting. Okay. Yeah, so the Xeno team's still there. Okay. So we'll have to wait for that. How long is that going to take, actually, real quick? Garrison unit. 0.06 years, so that's like... It's weird it doesn't tell me the... Says that this is... Oh, that's because it's queued. This is a regular brigade we're producing. Let's down queue that. Up queue this. Okay. Delete task. And then up queue. Why won't it up queue? Let's give it a day. Yeah, that's weird. Let's just delete this task as well, and then just create task. Garrison unit, create task. There we go. Don't know why I didn't like it before, but this is only going to take until the 8th, so less than a month. Let's jump forward to that. Yeah, unrest is still rising. There we go. Unit has been trained. Deployment of the Gen 3 Los Angeles. Oh, we still have one named Gen 3. That's odd. Thought I renamed all you fools. So it's the... Oh, that's right. Because that's the base ship name. I forget that sometimes. So it's the 01. So it's 03, 02. 04. 01. There we go. So it's the Zany. So they're currently in Luton. So we'll send them back home. Auto route to Sol. Earth. Refuel, resupply. Begin overhaul. And then from there, you're going to go back to Luton. There we go. Alright. So, now that our troops have been made, we're going to grab our transport fleet. You guys are going to go to Earth, turn on your shields, load ground unit, garrison unit. That's what it is. Load garrison unit. Then you're going to auto route to La Land, go to the main colony, and drop off all ground units, and then auto route back to Sol. There we go. So it'll take 37 days, so we'll jump forward. Inactive research facilities. I guess we'll put new ones here. Alright. And then let's see. So the transports. Yeah, so they're coming back. So let's take a look at land to make sure that that is stable enough. I know you can see it somewhere. There it is. Let's see. No, in here there is a way. I must have missed it earlier. So political stability modifier is at 100%. So annual unrest reduction is 81%. So that means that so far we should be good. Yeah, protection required. It's 5. Police strength 3. So that should be good. Let's jump forward another month just to make sure. Yeah, so far they feel protected enough. Alright. So Earth has completed the financial centers. Yeah, so we're back in the positive. Let's see, is there anything else we want to build? Naval headquarters. How many of those do we actually have? Naval headquarters. Wish this was sorted by alphabetical. Be a little easier. So we got 2 naval headquarters and 20 military academies. I might build some more naval headquarters. Because I know this basically gives you bonuses and stuff as you like grow your empire, right? Yeah. Because you essentially have to have a certain amount of naval headquarters for amount of ships efficiently, at least in real life. And then they were in the previous version of the game, that was also a thing. Still learning the new thing, the new changes that have been made. Yeah. So yeah, the higher the naval headquarters, the bigger the radius. It allows you to essentially have ships further out and in higher numbers and such. There's a variety of things that essentially affects their efficiency, because the further away they are from command, the less efficient communication is. So by expanding that, you're essentially saying the infrastructure you've expanded out. So let's look at Venus real quick. Yeah, so let's take it away. Just burning through that atmosphere. All right. But I think that's it for today. Next episode, we shall get the Xeno team hopefully sent out. In fact, let me try to load them now and auto route to. Can we get out? Oh, what system? Galise 526. Yes, so we can at least get them there. And let me check and see which place it was in there. So it's in Galise. Oh, shoot. How again do I look? I know we go Galise. Oh, is it in here? Galise 586, 526. Search everything. And is there one of these that'll tell me if it's got a ancient? No. Okay. Yeah, we've not discovered anything yet. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. 526. So let's only look at ones with I guess I don't care which. So we want to look for ones that have, yeah, there we go. Dominant construct. So this is 52682. Yeah. So we'll send it to 52682, and let's see, is there... Oh yeah, this is almost habitable by humans. So this may not end well for our ground survey team, but we're not quite sure what's there. So we're going to go to 582, right? Let's double check that. This is Galise 56, and it is A2, yeah. So move to location, and then do I have to deactivate shields too? Oh, I guess it's because they're not technically loaded yet. So we got to move to location, and then we'll be able to drop them off once we have them on board. So let's move forward a couple of days. And then movement orders will be Huh. Can we not? Why are we not? Maybe we have to activate our shields once we get there. So, since this is kind of important, I'll save the beginning of this for next episode so we can see what happens. But until then, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It always helps out the channel, and it's greatly appreciated when you do. If you haven't, check out the Discord. It's pretty great. It's been growing pretty quickly recently. The plan is to kick up the RP and get people as representatives. My plan is to try and host a big round of representative voting in the next upcoming week or so. Planning that out and getting that figured out while we're going along. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.